Hello, hello. Today's topic is chemical bonding. Chemical bond. The force that binds the atoms in a molecule is called a chemical bond. Now the question is, why do atoms combine? We know that atoms combine to form molecules. The question is, why do they combine? And how do they combine? So why do they combine? To attain the noble gas configuration, to attain stability. Attain stability. By stability, we mean a complete outermost shell, valence shell. That means 8 electrons or 2 electrons. 2 electrons in case of helium. This is called the duplet configuration. And 8 electrons in the valence shell for the rest of the noble gases. This is called octet configuration. So except the noble gases, only the noble gases have this octet or duplet configuration. That is, they have attained stability. Rest all the atoms are unstable with incomplete valence shell. Now, if it is metals, they have 1, 2, or 3 electrons in their valence shell. If it is non-metal, then they have 4 to 7 electrons in their valence shell. Now, the next question is, how do they combine? How do they combine? So why do they combine? To attain stability. And how do they combine? So metals, naturally, they have 1, 2, 3 electrons in the large shell. So they are in a position to lose electron and attain the nearest noble gas configuration. Whereas non-metals, they want to acquire these electrons. The electrons the metals donate, the non-metals accept those electrons and they reach their octet configuration. So how do the atoms combine? This depends on 2 modes. That is, can be done by loss of electron from metal, gain of electron by the non-metals, or by sharing of electrons. So by transfer of electrons or sharing of electrons. Let us do the first mode first. How chemical bonding takes place by transfer of electrons. This gives rise to the electrovalent bond. Let us discuss the electrovalent bond first, or ionic bond as it is called. So the bond formed by transfer of electrons from the metal to the non-metal, or the electropositive element to the atom of the electronegative element, is called electrovalent bond or ionic bond. Let's take an example. Suppose a metal, sodium. Sodium atom, it has atomic number 11. So the electronic configuration is 281. That means it has 1 electron extra than the nearest noble gas configuration. Just now we did that the driving force of all atoms is to reach the nearest noble gas configuration. That is why they form bonding. Now 281, so this will drop this last electron. It will lose this electron and convert into a sodium cation. Atom has 281 configuration. After losing 1 electron, it will acquire the neon configuration. This is a cation. It has 10 electrons and 11 protons, so 1 excess positive charge. And this is the neutral atom with 281, that is 11 protons, 11 electrons. Now what happens to the chlorine atom? This atom has 2, 8, 7. 17 is the atomic number, so the electronic configuration. This will gain 1 electron and convert into an ion, negative ion. And this ion will have now this 287 plus 1 electron, so 288. So the electron which is lost from sodium will be gained by this chlorine, and ultimately it will form the electrovalent compound NaCl. Let us represent it in a, so if we, this is the ionic equation. If we write it in the form of an ionic equation, this plus and minus cancels. Now you add the two, Na plus Cl forms R there exists between this Na plus and Cl minus, there exists electrostatic forces of attraction or Coulombic forces of attraction. This electrostatic force of attraction between the anion and the cation, electrostatic force of attraction between the anion and cation is called the electrovalent bond. And why it's also called ionic compounds? Because there is anion and cation formed in this. Now, what are these processes? Loss of electron. What is loss of electron? It is oxidation. So, oxidation. What is gain of electron? Reduction. So, we see that in the ionic bond formation, both processes are taking place simultaneously. That is, it is a redox process. Oxidation, reduction taking place simultaneously. Loss of electron is oxidation, gain of electron is reduction. Let us write the dot structure. When we write the dot structure, we just write the atom and the valence shell electron in the form of dot crosses. This is the atom plus chlorine. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So these are only the valence shell electrons. 287, 281. So the valence shell electron, only one valence shell electron, here it is 7 valence shell electron. Transfer of the electron takes place, means sodium donates its electron and chlorine accepts it. In this way, Na plus Cl minus. The Cl minus has, of course, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and sodium's electron. And the electrostatic forces of attraction, strong electrostatic forces of attraction between this cation and anion is giving rise to the electrovalent bond. Electrostatic forces of attraction is due to, the electrovalent bond is due to the electrostatic forces of attraction between the cation and the anion. Now in class 9, there is another structure, not for class 10, for class 9 only, the orbit diagram. Orbit diagram, sodium, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Chlorine in the center, 2, 6, 7. So chlorine has 7 and sodium has only 1 electron. This will transfer to the chloride ion and form chloride ion. This, as a result, the sodium cation is smaller. You know that cations are always smaller. So Na with 2 electrons, 5, 6, 7, 8, and chlorine two, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8. This we can draw with the yellow line, yellow color. And there is strong electrostatic forces of attraction between the two ions. And this electrostatic force of attraction is due to the electrovalent bond. This is the orbit diagram. It's only for class 9. In class 10, only the dot diagram and ionic equation. Let's take some more examples.